Hi, everyone. I'm Clara Boyden, and I am one of the newest members at TIS. I'm here taking over for helping with this presentation from Tern, and looking forward to learning myself because I am also a travel agent.
Yeah, thanks, Claire. I'm Dylan. I'm on our partnerships team here at Tern. Super excited to help showcase a little bit about Tern and what we are and what we're building towards. And happy to help show a little bit of the app as well and the software and a little bit of some of the features as well. Thanks everybody that's in here for showing up. Would love to learn, if you don't mind putting in the chat, just kind of if you're an advisor, an agency owner, and where you guys are based out of. Would love to connect a little bit here. Um, I'm gonna pull up my demonstration as I do that here. But I kind of want to tailor this to make sure that it makes sense for everybody. Let me pull this up here. Now I've got 1,000 tabs pulled up. Excellent. Okay. There we go. Okay, good deal. And now I share. Agency owner advisor south of Raleigh. Nice. Thanks, Rocky. Amy, advisor out of Phoenix. Awesome. Glad to have you guys in here. And we'll show a little bit about what this looks like. First desktop share. Okay. Yeah, again, thanks for having me here, guys. You guys are seeing the correct screen, right? It's the future of travel agencies. Excellent. Okay. Um, if there's chats that come up, Clara, if you wouldn't mind, guys, please feel free to pop in with questions as they come up. Would love to help direct this here as things are coming up. But yeah, I just want to start off a little bit about, again, Tern, where we're currently at, where we view the future of travel, and how we view Tern taking a part of revolutionizing that part of travel. A little background, a little bit about myself. Again, I'm Dylan. I'm on our partnerships team here. As you can see in this picture on the left, I'm a son of a travel advisor and agency owner myself. My mom has been an advisor for as long as I can remember and an agency owner for almost about as long. And as you can see there, I also took a little soiree into the travel advising business myself. Spent about a year during COVID in the travel industry in between some of my tech jobs there. And it was a great experience, and just the combination of growing up as a son of a travel advisor, but also um, experiencing some of that time has really helped open my eyes to some of the challenges that the industry currently faces, and also a lot of the benefits, obviously. Currently, I'm living in Austin, Texas, as you can see in that top right picture. And when I was making this about me slide, I was thinking about I like myself like a lot of the other advisors, and probably every advisor is passionate about travel, loves to travel, and has this sort of wanderlust instilled in them. And I believe I was trying to pinpoint when that started, and I thought it might be a difficult task, but after some quick review, it was pretty obvious that this trip to Alaska on a group cruise my mom was hosting, but I was able to tag along as a 13-year-old boy was amazing. And having this experience of flying up on a helicopter to a glacier to do a dog sled, that was an amazing experience and part of one of the reasons why I love travel today. And I think that's kind of fundamentally what Tern is about here, right? We're in the business of travel, and we want to help give agencies the power back to travel and to do less of these other things. So, I mean, a travel agency owner is a visionary at heart, right? Someone who started their agency with a dream of bringing these unforgettable experiences to clients around the world and domestically as well. However, as agencies grow, the visionary is pulled further away from what's loved most, and that's travel. So instead of focusing on creating these remarkable trips and nurturing client relationships, you're mirrored with operational tasks like managing all these different tools, updating outdated spreadsheets, chasing down bookings and correcting inconsistent data. I am sure some folks in the chat can recognize this, and that might sound a little familiar. Um, and this is a common challenge as businesses are scaling. The more the business grows, the more disconnected and this unwieldy tech stack has become historically. So from itinerary tools like you showed here on the graph, from itinerary tools to CRMs, these commission tracking platforms, and every additional tool is a point of friction. And we've experienced this in day-to-day conversations and myself working. And the dream of this streamlined business can often feel out of reach. And with every new advisor or client adding to the layer, adding an additional layer of complexity. Um, the problem is fragmentation, industry-wide challenges that keep travel agency owners from realizing the full potential of the business. And we have to change this reality. And this is where Tern comes in, right? We're reimagining what travel technology can be. Tern is not just another tool to add to the mix. It's an all-in-one platform that's purpose-built for today's ambitions and modern travel agencies. With Tern, owners can consolidate their operations, streamline processes, and get back to focusing on what really matters: growing your business, establishing your teams, and creating remarkable experiences for the clients. And unlike a lot of these patchwork of tools that you're used to, Tern is seamless and reliable. It eliminates a lot of the chaos of multiple logins, risk of integration failures. In Tern's platform offers real-time data sync, reducing these redundancies, enhancing data integrity. So agency owners and advisors always work with the most up-to-date, accurate information. And, instead of kind of for agency owners, instead of kind of struggling to get this holistic view of the business, owners can rely on Tern to provide that single source of truth, this univocal voice for your business. Almost, I like to kind of imagine it as a sort of backbone that you can have for your business. How am I doing, Claire? Are there any chats coming up yet? Seemed like it. Good deal.
Oh,
Yeah, and
sorry.
so
I did see something. Sorry.
yeah.
They're switching, Amy said that
Mhm.
they're switching to Turn as an agency and she's helping the team with the transition.
Got you. Perfect. Yeah, Amy. And this kind of works out well because I was actually just having a conversation with an agency owner that just switched. They have switched for probably 2.5, 3 months now, and some of their advisors were coming to them, and then them coming to me about that training aspect, this reshifting, this framing of doing business essentially, and that's kind of what this next part is about: how we're transforming this agency and with the tools that Tern gives you, that backbone that I was talking about whether you're a brand new agent or you're hiring a brand new agent and they need processes in place to make sure that they're doing their business right, but also their business right for your business. Or if you're an agent that's been a travel advisor for 20 years, where now you have all of these, because if you've been doing it for that long, you've got system A, system B, system C, like we saw back several slides ago. So now having this one place to be able to have everything in one spot, to not have to worry about copying and pasting information. It's kind of like that, like I was mentioning, that agency owner, she was talking about the benefits of for her agency in terms of new advisors, in terms of training, and then also in terms of Tern getting feedback from agency advisors and owners and using that to help build our software. We want to be able to be leading from the front with world-class tools and support, and then also understanding that this is a dynamic industry and we're taking advice from advisors like yourself to be able to build the best-in-class product. And how that's kind of done today, we've seen this a little bit here before, but as the agency grows, onboarding new advisors becomes effortless with Tern. Imagine bringing in this new team members that you're bringing in and having them instantly equipped with shared workflows, templates, and intuitive interfaces that make collaboration so easy. And with Tern, your advisors can jump in quickly, share progress on trips, access the resources that they need without extensive training or the risk of losing information in the cracks between the systems. Tern also reduces manual work, empowering advisors to dedicate their time to client relationships instead of data entry and administrative tasks. With one-click reporting, advisors can stay updated on commission statuses, sales performances, client insights, and this level of efficiency boosts productivity across the board, helping each team member focus on delivering memorable experiences for clients while also meeting the personal goals of and earning targets. But it doesn't stop there. Tern unlocks real-time insights that drive intelligent decision making. Agency owners gain instant access to data across all bookings, allowing them to spot trends, track performances, adjust strategies on the fly, and they can make smarter decisions with confidence, optimizing operations to drive even greater growth. Instead of guessing what might work, they're armed with insights that they need to steer on their agency towards its vision. And finally, just want to close out with a quote from Lauren Smith, founder and CEO of Modern Collective Travel here. And it really captures the impact of Tern best. For the first time ever, the admin and logistics of the team feels not only manageable, but exciting. Tern isn't just about making the back end more efficient. It's about transforming the entire experience of running a travel agency. It empowers owners to build the agency they've always envisioned, one that's scalable, efficient, and truly client focused. So with Tern, travel agencies can grow confidently, knowing that their operations not only scale seamlessly alongside of them, but enable you guys to unlock and their uncapped capacity to grow a bigger business. And that's kind of where I want to lead off into before I hop into the demo of the actual product here. Want to check in and see, was Tern created off the base of the foundation of other CRM or platform? No, yeah. So Tern was kind of built from the ground up in a sense. Doing a lot of field research. Our founders did a really good job of going to different events, listening to advisors and learning about what it is that is important to them and what would actually fix some of the challenges here. The founders do have experience building other softwares that are similar in the vein of reducing time, reducing double entry, that sort of stuff. So that's kind of the foundation there. But wholeheartedly, it's being built up from the ground from advisors like yourself, with feedback from advisors like yourself. Yeah. So Rocky's mentioning you've been using Tern for about 10 months now. How Tern and TIS will be working together, what sort of integration they would be. I'm not too confident on that right now. Clara, do you have any sort of insights into that?
I do. And I'm gonna put the information in the chat as well. On for gold and platinum members, there is a community for TIS and Tern community that is available to integrate, and those you would have to send it to the email that I'm gonna put here on the in the chat.
Great. And that kind of will lead me into the demo here of the software. And I want to highlight a couple of things first and then go into a little bit more about the workflow for some of the people that are getting their newer agents in there, and the help around that. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, so we are in Tern now. Let me refresh my screen. So I think I've updated it since then. Yeah, just a little bit. So we're in Tern here, and some of the resources that I want to share that I think a lot of you may be familiar with, but I like to highlight on stuff like this because I believe it's an important part of where we're at and where we're wanting to build. First of all, I do want to highlight this little widget down here. it's a great place to get in touch with support. Our support is really able to help out and really responsive here. But also this make a feature request is something that is super beneficial and ways that we actually add features um, into the software. As you can see, you can sort by trending. You can search different requests here. You can search by the top, but really this is a great way. And we look at this feedback weekly. Our engineering team does, but it's a great way for us to prioritize and understand what's important to build in this and how we can scale that. But wanted to highlight that, wanted to highlight some additional help and training. Of course, we've got this help center here, which has some fantastic articles. It seems like you guys are doing some great collaboration with onboarding, and as well as our Turn and Learn, which is essentially a course you can do at your own pace where you can go through and learn all the nitty gritty about Turn to be able to get yourself distinguished in the platform and getting you guys up and running. Okay. What I wanted to highlight was a little bit about on this trip here was just a little bit about our workflows and how this is set up and how this can save time again in a really quick snapshot here. We're at our home page here, and this is, I like to call it your cup of coffee in the morning, a way to kind of view your business holistically and see where all of your different individual trips are at. Now, how does Tern view this workflow in terms of getting a new trip? So let's head to our library here. And our library is going to be where all of your different itineraries are, or excuse me, all of your different templates are stored. And that can look in a couple of different ways. Activities, itineraries. We've got tens of thousands of different cruise itineraries that are already built out, templates, forms, emails, tasks, automations, and workflows as well. So this is where all of your different templates are stored. If you guys are doing anything that needs to be standardized, something that happens often, it is best to store it here. And that way you can either repeat it yourself or share it with your agency to have it as part of their systems and their standard process. There are two types of forms at Tern primarily. One is going to be your trip request form, and then the other one's going to be the contact information form. And what both of these do are pretty simply exactly what they seem like, where this new trip is going to create a new trip, update a CRM contact if there needs updating, but then also this contact is going to pull a new CRM record with all the different information filled out. Really briefly want to hop in to see what this looks like to build out a new trip here or a new form. You can drag and drop these different elements into the page. You can build it out and separate different sheets how you'd want to and customize all these other different elements here as well. The great part about this is you can obviously send it via email, copy and paste it onto your website. So you can have it as a hyperlink there, or email to your clients, have it in your signature, whatever that may look like. And then as you can see here, I've already started filling out a little bit of a response. But if you click into here, you can see that while you're filling this out, there's an autosave feature. So you can go in here and see, oh, Thomas Shelby. Sorry, guys, I just got done watching Peaky Blinders, so it's top of mind. Thomas Shelby has filled out a little bit of this trip demo. We can kind of use this as a warm lead, but let's go in here and open this up and see what this looks like whenever it gets filled out. So we've got this here. Let's call this trip to, there we go, Cancun with options. And again, you can make all of these whatever you like to. You can make it optional or mandatory. We'll make this flexible with dates and looking for fun. Sure. Customize this out here. Okay. And again, this brings up a really cool feature of Tern where this is all being tracked here, your terms and conditions, where you can open this, see the most up-to-date terms and conditions. And on the back end, we'll track when these terms and conditions were agreed upon, when a new trip was agreed upon, which version of the terms and conditions were agreed upon, etc. Please don't report me. I'm committing a little bit of forgery here. All right. Great. So now this beautiful little animation pops up telling the traveler, hey, your information has been shared. As you can see, your logo, your image, your name, and your brand will be able to follow you around. This is Tern right now, but you can make this your own logo. This wouldn't stay Tern, unless you wanted to. But yeah, so this will follow you around, so that way it's really easy for your clients to get in touch with you. I just got an email on my phone saying, hey, you've got a trip that has been requested. Let's go in and see what this looks like. On our trips now, you can see in our inbound, trip to Cancun with options has just popped up here. Any questions so far? I want to check in before I start hopping into a little bit of itinerary building here. See any that have popped up?
I
Cool.
haven't seen any pop up either.
Okay, good deal. I just wanted to check in really quick. Want to show how easy it is to build out options in an itinerary from scratch. So we've got this, as you can see, we didn't put any dates in. The traveler didn't put any dates in, so it's kind of up to whatever. After this, the workflow could be calling them. There's different workflows that can be established that would really help out. But starting from the overview here, you can see Tommy Shelby is a brand new contact that I didn't have in before, but it automatically pulled him in there, pulled him into our CRM, and has attached him to this trip. You can add other individuals as here as well. Let's say I also want to join Tommy on this trip, and I've been added in there. You can quickly access the contact profile from here, which is a nice and robust CRM on the back end. Where let's hop in really quick just so I can show you where that tracking looks like. We're in our CRM here. This is what was just pulled from just that simple form. And you can store any sort of information here about the traveler for different preferences, passport information here. You can store the image, all the loyalty programs, relationships, tags you can add on there, any relevant documents. And then this is where that activity is stored, where you can see when they agree to the terms of agreement over here, which version of it. You can click into it and see any related trips. You can take notes here as a different aspect. And then our email integration is one of the parts of Tern that really helps set us apart from other softwares, where it's a one-to-one direct integration. So you don't have to worry about it coming from like an info at or some weird email. This is going to be a direct integration to your inbox. So all the communications between myself and Tommy Shelby are going to be here. And also on the trip level of any of the trips that you are, that traveler is a part of. So let's go to building an itinerary really quick. We're going to have this option being a land option. And there's a lot of these image boxes here that have a lot of royalty-free images on them. So you can search them up and you'll be able to use these on your itineraries. Let's look at, it doesn't really matter. Let's do this one. Cool. Excellent. And you can add an overview statement, but let's just update this really quick. I'm going to add in a flight. This drag and drop feature is following you all around, and you can drag these elements in wherever they want to appear at. This AI assist, I want to just touch here. AI kind of follows you around Tern as well. And we're really focusing in on using that to help enable advisors to become more efficient with their day-to-day operations. But then coming down here, you can add the different flights. And this is a real-time flight tracker. So I've heard stories often of where people will come in and they'll say, hey, my Tern updated me before my actual flight app did. So you'll be able to get real-time flight information from here as well. And if it's multi-leg flight, you can add that there. I'm going to add another one at the end because I think this looks a little bit better this way. But again, let's see here. 31, be in. And what's really important while you're building these out is to go ahead and add different pricing in the actual activity as you're moving along. And what this is doing on the back end, like I mentioned up front, is this is working to save you guys time and reducing this double entry. Because as you're building this out, this is building a sort of quote that can be shown on the actual itinerary on the back end for the customer. It doesn't have to be shown to them right off the bat. You can hide pricing. You can group pricing together to show it all at once. You can customize what this authorization would look like. As you can see the different options here, partial payment. You'll want to add your supplier, Southwest, and it'll tell you the information needed to be able to properly authorize this. As you can see, that's now updated now that we've got the supplier. I haven't done this yet, but once you add the terms and agreements and cancellation policies that's associated with the supplier, this will automatically apply every time that you're doing this here. And then, of course, expected commission on a flight of $700. It's probably $7. But then this will be able to help all that tracking on the back end as well. So you don't have to keep doing that twice. Okay. Itineraries here. Let's see here. I got Amy. Quick question: is this email integration tied to any third-party email server where you use like Google Workspace, or do we have to email directly out of Tern? No, you do not have to email directly out of Tern. It works as if it were your own inbox, so you can email directly out of Tern, but you can also just email directly out of your Gmail, and it will update as well in Tern.
Do you have to give it permissions to do that, Dylan?
Yes, yes. So you'll go briefly into your settings over here, and then you'll go into email and scheduling. You can use the same email that you signed up with. You can use a different email. You can connect your the scheduling app here as well, because there is a free built-in scheduler as well in here. So if you're using Calendly or anything related to that, you can save money by using Tern's scheduler. But yeah, this is where you'll go to edit that sort of information and add whatever you would need.
Okay. Yeah, I was just typing the same question that pretty much
Yeah.
that he was asking. Oh, well, to expand on it, really.
Mhm.
When the client responds, where does the response go? Does it go to their contact card or to the trip that it was associated with?
Yeah, great question. It looks like you and Amy jinxed each other on that question there. It's the exact same question at the same time. So love the thought process. And it actually goes to both is the answer. So you'll be
Okay.
able to see those emails at the level of their contact record. And you'll also be able to see it on the trip. Let's go into our trip here. There will be an email tab here, and you can see all emails associated with that traveler or any travelers that are associated onto it. Hopping back in, I know we're sort of running close on time here, but hopping back into this itinerary here, I want to throw in and just show a little bit about our lodging and how some of this is pre-built in. Again, I will hop into this AI system just momentarily, but Tern has a lot of pre-filled out. Again, why not done hotel? It's Hard Rock. As you can see, there's a lot of different locations that are already built into here. And it's tough to type and talk at the same time. And what this will do is it'll show you and pre-populate all of the different information and the different descriptions there, any media that's associated with it. You can customize and say, oh, I think this one might make a better primary image. I don't want this one to be shown, but I do want this one to be shown. It's really easy to customize this. And then again, we're putting in pricing here as we go along. So you can help shape up that total at the end. Sure. Commission, we'll do $300. Cool. Okay, and then now I want to hop in a little bit about that AI and how that this tracks. As you can see on the side here, you can quickly build any type of itinerary. You can really, to an extent, copy and paste full itineraries into here, and it'll help build that out. You can do individual items over here on the right, or you can upload PDFs directly there, and it'll help parse through that information and create some different activities in here and help build that shell of the trip for you. Let's hop into an activity. I've got one here from Project Expedition for Chichen Itza. As you can see, you can do a couple of different things where you can copy the tour ID. Sometimes you can copy the URL. But what I see working the best is simply just copying the entire page here, pasting it into AI, and letting it parse through this. This is part of the features of how we envision Tern working, where we don't want AI to completely take over, but we want to reduce some of this double entry, this copying, this pasting, this typing this information. So you just simply add it and it'll build out this activity for you, including the times, including the description, already pre-filling out this price for you. And then of course, having relevant media that was over there on the page as well. Okay, so we got that built out here. Again, really briefly, I want to show how optionality here to make sure that, because a lot of times with travelers, it's not really, hey, send me here. It's give me some options, right? So let's say they want to see a cruise too, and we'll create this option. So kind of want to show off a little bit of our cruises library, what this looks like. You can simply drag and drop, and you can bring these features over, and it'll, if you got dates set up on the trip, it'll automatically recognize those dates and only show you cruises that are traveling within those dates, which is a really nice feature. I didn't set dates up, so it's showing everything right now, but let's just filter by Royal, and it'll pop up some. And let's go on a 7-night. Well, it doesn't actually matter. Let's just do 4 nights then, Western Caribbean. Cool. You can go through here and learn a little bit about the day-to-day. Again, all of the itinerary, all of the different ports of call are going to show up with this different cruise catalog here. But let's add this to the itinerary. It'll make you populate the dates, which is fine. Okay, great. We're in here. And as you can see, this has already created the itinerary from the cruise. So it's showing you ports of call, where you're going to go visit, the deep embarkation spots, and any different activities that are associated with it. It's a pretty short cruise, so we don't have to worry about that. And then again, really briefly, for more optionality here, let's say that they wanted to see some different options between cabins. So we'll go through here, we'll pull in some of these lodgings. You can do this option block with anything that's over, any of these elements that are over here. But let's see, because we pulled in lodging, because we're on a cruise, it recognized which cruise ship we're on and the different cabins that are going to be associated with it. So you click into these cabins and it's going to have all of the relevant cabins that are on the Mariner of the Seas and the information about it, which is really nice, can save a lot of time there. Again, with the booking, saves $1,000. And then we can go fill out the commission stuff later. I'm running really short of time here. Add another one, and room assignment here. We want to search cabins. Let's say it's this grand suite. Okay, great. So now we've got, within the matter of 5 minutes, we built out a really simple but an itinerary here for cruises. I want to show what this looks like from a traveler side of things, but I don't really want to show them any of the prices yet. So over here on the right, you can control a lot of different variables about the trip, one of them being pricing visibility. And this is where you'll be able to show all prices, show trip total only, or we're going to hide all the prices this time. And now I'm going to publish it so it updates the app. It also will update the link. I'm going to pull up the link here so you see what this looks like from the traveler side. As you can see, your branding follows you around here, and then these different options. Okay, we've got land and a cruise option. We can view this itinerary really briefly, see what the land option looks like, and any sort of other relevant details there. And then going back, we've got a cruise option here, and we could say, oh, we really like this itinerary. We can dig in here and learn a little bit about the different cabins. But let's say we click in here, we've already looked at it, and we want to select this as our preference, approve this itinerary. Any other information there that might be important, approve it. And then I'm going through, I'm now getting an email again saying, hey, your traveler has approved a different itinerary. Let's go back and see what that looks like. Go into our trip and you'll see our itinerary. The land option was not selected. They did not want that. They did want the cruise option, and we're highlighting which room they want. Click into it really quickly, convert to a single activity, and now our itinerary has been updated. Finally, as
Well,
you can see, all of these different pricing has been tracked over here. All these different prices are here. The cruise prices are going to be here, and this is all tracked through here. I guess I put all the pricing on the other option that I didn't select, so that obviously didn't pop up, but that will all be tracked here. Your authorizations will be tracked here as well, and can be consolidated over here in commissions. Do I have time to show this really briefly, or do we have any questions?
I don't see any questions in the chat. Does anybody want to pop off and ask any questions?
Yeah, let me know where I can direct this for the last few minutes here of the demonstration.
I'm like blown away.
Yeah, well, I'm happy, Clara. And maybe if there are no questions, I can show really quickly how to reconcile some of those commissions. Let's say that let's go back through here and let's approve this itinerary. Let's say they called you and say, hey, actually, we want to do that land trip because I've already done the commissions in here, and you can see that options there for the pricing. So as you can see, these cost breakdown is happening over here. You want to make sure and say, okay, we actually want to show all the prices now, so that way they can see what their trip is going to cost and pay for it. So what this looks like on the traveler side of things is you called me, you've already said, hey, I actually want to switch my trip. So now you've got the new trip's been updated in there, your daily overviews here, and your pricing is over on this side where you can see, okay, here's the full cost of this. Here's what's remaining, here's what's been paid and authorized. And you can click in obviously and learn more about that. When you're going to authorize it, you can oh, where did that go? Removed it. Yeah, you skip it. You can either do, because I've only allocated the full cost, but if I would have said, hey, this is going to be a partial cost, you can do that way. But it's a really good way to, as you're building that itinerary, you're essentially building your invoice that can be automatically updated. You don't have to redo all of this information. And then again, to reconcile some of these commissions, let's go through this and create a new statement. Let's say Royal has sent me a statement and we named it like 11. Our naming convention says Royal 11/6. It's from Royal and it's $2,000. We can easily go like this and reconcile some of our bookings this way. And you can do it by agent. Let's see if any of mine are still here. No, I didn't actually submit those bookings. But again, this is really easy to be done by going into your trip. Sorry, I'm bouncing around here. I should have done this while I was in this part of it, but you're in your trip here. You go to your itinerary and then you can simply say that, oh, we're not even on the cruise, but this is okay. You can go to your booking and pricing here and say, hey, we've booked this. We're expecting some payment here, marking it as booked. So this is how you can mark it as booked. And now when we go into commissions, you can go into your statement we just did. I think that it should be saved here, Royal 11/6. Maybe it's on the next page. There we go. Royal Caribbean 11/6. We just started this. It's $2,000. We want to look and see what Dylan has booked. As you can see, again, pretend this is just the Royal here. You can simply add this estimated commission to pull straight from the supplier statement, and it adds on there to kind of help with tracking. You can see we've reconciled $300. There's 1,700 remaining. And let's just pretend that the rest of this is unclaimed from Royal. And create from Royal, create. And so now you can track these unclaimed commissions over here, and you can post about it and help out with getting some of these unclaimed, your bookings that have been claimed, and reconcile these commissions this way.
Dylan, is that something, the commissions part, is that for agency owners, or is that something that an agent can use too to track their own
Great
commission?
question. So both, right? So for this is built out, a lot of things that are done in turn are built out with the safety of the business and the traveler in mind. So that means that the agency owner will be able to see all of the team and their commissions, and the agent will only be able to see theirs and be able to reconcile theirs and see what their commission looks like on that aspect.
Okay, that's good.
I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking here. Is there any other initial questions here? It looks like we've lost some of our
I think you've lost a couple
participants.
of
So
people. Danae just logged in here a little while ago.
yeah,
Do you have any questions? You can unmute yourself.
No, I
no
don't have
worries.
any questions.
No worries, no worries. Well, I'm happy to share my email, Clara, with you. So if there are any questions or anybody that would like to forward their agency to myself, I would love to talk with them. But yeah, it's been a real pleasure meeting
Like,
you and being able to present a little bit about Tern.
definitely. And you might be hearing from me.
Yeah,
Oh,
please do. Would love to like I said, obviously sell Tern to you, but as well just learn more about your business and how we can help improve that in any way.
yep. What's your email, Dylan?
My email, I'll put it in the chat here as well. It's
Oh, thank you.
Dylan,
I appreciate it.
Dylan at Tern.travel, Dylan, Tern, Tern. I can't spell travel though, apparently. Tern.travel. There we go. So that's my email there. And yeah, would feel free to reach out to me about your agency. And this is to anybody out there listening to this recording. If you've got an agency owner that you want, or if you are an agency owner or you are part of a host agency, and you like what you saw today, please get me in touch, and I would love to chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Much appreciated for
Of
your time
course,
and
of course,
explanation and all of that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys. It's a pleasure. Have a nice
Yeah.
day.
You
You
too. Bye bye.